Hey everybody, what's going on? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. Okay, first card out is Ace of Cups. I'm also seeing Ten of Swords and Seven of Cups. Okay. I'm just going to get a quick clarifier on this Ten of Swords to see what's going on. So in the setting of the Ace of Cups, it's usually like something or someone that we're newly connecting with, or it feels like new. And then having the Ten of Swords be here, it can mean that like something has culminated and also concluded. I just want to see more about what this is. Looks like this is about letting something close out. This can even feel like a finally. I'm seeing too something about a relationship that feels worth like protecting and investing in. That's interesting. There can be like a fear of something being threatened in some way. Whatever this is, that was the Ten of Swords, which is again connected with something culminating, but also like concluding and closing out. I'm seeing it be connected with the world, which means that whatever that is, it's like it's done now, whatever was happening. And then next to it, we see the Nine of Pentacles. So it's like, okay, we can close that down. That's like not a thing anymore, really. Whatever that was that had been going on, it's not happening anymore. That cycle has been completed, or whatever it is that you want to call it, that situation, that thread even. And then having the Nine of Pentacles be on the other side of it, this is like, now I can enjoy things because this thing is over. So whatever this was, even though there can be pain involved because it's the Ten of Swords and it can be known to be like that, there's also a sense of relief that whatever this is done now. And then there's a change that occurs. And then having Nine of Pentacles, it's like maybe if that thing hadn't concluded, it would have gotten in the way of somebody being able to enjoy things, but they feel like they can get back to what they have going on now. And it looks like it's a relationship of some sort. Like something over here that's being tended to. It just looked like some other stuff something else that was going on that could have like interrupted this in some way. But now there's a sense of like getting back to things. Okay. First major arcana, Strength. This is connected with Leo. Something had been misaligned value-wise is what this looks like. So whatever this was that concluded, it was something that was out of alignment with one's values. It also feels too like having Ace of Cups and having Strength, this is a connection that is worth doing what one needs to do. It feels like in order to maybe like protect and maintain. Something was out of alignment, it needed to conclude. So this also means too being in a space where one is like showing up for themselves and advocating for themselves too. Like Strength and Six of Pentacles is like I want to be valued for the way that I'm showing up. I want to be seen. I want to be recognized for the way that I'm showing up. And I want people to treat me in a way that's aligned with my values. Having strength here, which is connected with Leo. Leo is like, I want there to be like recognition. It's like that type of thing. Of like, I want to be appreciated because I appreciate people. It's wanting that type of reciprocity. And there could have been something going on where there was like a lack of that was happening. Like something that needed to be shed. Yeah, there could have been a feeling of like maybe something not being mutual. It looks like there was a fear that was associated with that. It's like enjoying something, 5 of Pentacles, then feeling like disconnected or feeling fear. This feels like though maintaining something that you feel like is worth it to you to maintain. But someone could have felt like disconnected from themselves a bit. Maybe even that something was out of their hands. It has to do with what one has been... Oh, wow. Okay. I'm seeing someone feel really in their head about this. It's about needing to continue to show up in a way that's aligned. You know what this is reminding me of? It reminds me of how some people will be like, if somebody treats me in a way that I don't like, I'm gonna just match their energy. This feels like needing to maintain your frequency regardless of what's happening, because if you didn't, it looks like it may come out of a space of like fear or anxiety. And so this is about having the strength and having the courage and also being like connected with yourself enough to not stray from your values of how you show up, and to appreciate yourself and to love yourself and not have that be dependent on anybody else. Because this feels like it's a relational type of thing, that this could have been bringing up something for you. And this is about like, no matter what it is that's going on, you having the strength to maintain your frequency, to like be in your own vibe. You know what I'm saying? Rather than being like reactive to everything going on, especially something that's connected with fear. So this is just continuing to show up as you would regardless of what's going on, because that's strength. But yeah, something could have really been getting to you here, it seems like. But it feels like something where you were like, I don't even know what to do, whatever this was that was happening. And you could have too felt maybe disconnected from something that you were enjoying. Had been enjoying. There could have also been a worry too of like, did I invest all of this for nothing? Like that sort of thing. But it feels like this is standing the test of time in some way. That it's not about like abandoning ship, but about continuing to show up and like keep your vibe throughout this. This also feels like it can be a bit of a tricky situation, because Ace of Cups would feel like this is something fairly new. But this can also be like a new beginning emotionally for you, where you're like, I'm doing things this way now. I'm not going to do it that old way that I had been doing things. And this can be connected with like your relationship with yourself and also how you show up in relationships. Because I'm seeing that there is a connection, at least one, a relationship that you have with somebody that's connected with this, if not your relationships in general. And it feels like it's connected with how you show up. Something needed to conclude in order to be aligned. But it feels like a growing out of something. Like I'm expanding beyond that. Like, I don't need to do it that way anymore because I've learned this way. And this is like the more aligned way for me to be doing that. But something could have been going on too where there was like doubt or something, or fear or worry. It feels like maybe somebody not being on the other end of something, like that type of thing. But then I'm seeing Saturn like conclude, so that phase of things is over. But it could have been something that sort of had you on the edge of your feet. Maybe you still feel like that a little bit, actually. This is about a relationship, but it's more so... This can be a lot of different types of relationship. Whatever this is that has you feeling stuck mentally, I'm seeing that your ego is popping up and like maybe seeing an opportunity to make its way to the front of the line because you're feeling stressed out and overwhelmed with things. So this means that there's potential for your ego to like come to the front of the line and be like, okay, I got it from here, you know, and then is going to wreak havoc and do things that you'll look back on and be like, that was a defensive move that I made, or I was feeling vulnerable and uncomfortable with that, so I did this. It can be like that type of thing that you look back on and be like, if I had grounded my energy, or if I had like sat back within my energy, or if I had grounded my energy, I wouldn't have chosen to behave in that way. It's like seeing beyond old patterns when it comes to the steps that you're taking. It does feel like something is going to continue, but there may have been like worry that it wasn't going to be. Like, I don't know what exactly this is that's connected with it, but it's like, did I do all of this for nothing? It's like that sort of thing. And even though I'm seeing too like a lot of energy be poured into this, we also have the Ace of Cups here, which feels like there's something new that's going on as well. Like, this can feel like something that's relatively new within your life, or it can also, as I said before, feel like a new chapter that you're doing where it's like, this is the way that I'm showing up, and I've never done it like this before. And it's connected with you finding strength within your authenticity and recognizing the power of that, of being vulnerable too. This also feels like it was centered around something that you had been enjoying or something that you are enjoying, and fear. It can be like fear of losing that thing. 9 of Pentacles connected with 5 of Pentacles, because 9 of Pentacles is like, I like how things are going and this is really working for me and this is a really ideal situation. And then 5 of Pentacles can be like, what if I lose this thing that I'm investing in? Like, what's gonna happen? But I'm seeing that 8 of Pentacles in the World, this is about you continuing to show up and put work in. And it feels like this is connected with something socially that you're feeling anxiety over. Or it can be like a situation where you're connecting with someone, like that type of thing. Looks like this is about going after what you want and recognizing yourself as being capable. We have Leo and we have Saturn here. You're feeling stressed out. Oh, but something stressful is coming to an end. How about that? And it seems like it's going to free you up in a way that you hadn't been feeling freed up before. It's like this part of you that wanted to express itself or wanted to move a particular way, but the baggage that you were carrying, it was very weighted. And so rather than you going as like quickly as you wanted to or like where you wanted to go, it was like all this stuff that had you like lagging behind. So this can feel like energy that was getting trapped, that wasn't able to express itself in the way that it needed to, and it's something that strongly feels a need to express itself. Maintaining the things that feel important to you. But don't let fear hold you back, because I am seeing something. I'm seeing you continuously seeking something of value to you. But just like the notion of having something that you value within your life, it may just generally bring up fears for you of like, now that I like this thing, what if it goes away? Which is like also a normal sort of reaction to be having to something. You know, it's just bringing up the polarity of that type of cycle, like possession and loss. I have something in my possession that I'm really enjoying, and then when fears start coming up, when anxiety starts coming up, when stress starts coming up, I worry that that's going to be something that that I don't have anymore, that I'm gonna lose. And so there can be this tendency to like tighten your grip, but to the point where things can't really move around. And it could have been you like investing in a way where you felt like there was a lack of flow within the way that you had been investing. It can be like something being out of balance even. Feels more so like out of flow. So you could have been like giving to something or investing in something, but feeling like it was out of flow for you in some way. But with the world here, this shows that there is going to be a completion. And then I'm seeing something that's happening over here. And it looks like it has to do with you and whomever this is that's involved in this cycle with you socially. I'm seeing something is going to be successful. Successful, it's going to go well. It's something that you're getting into. Some of you have a new chapter with someone that you've connected with in the past. You've connected with this person in the past. There's a familiarity with this person. You feel like on some type of faded level that the two of you were brought together with one another to complete something. It feels like contract, spiritual contract type thing. Like you guys have stuff to do together. Fear and loss is definitely a part of this. Like I'm seeing a fear that's connected with pain. That's also connected with attachment. Because Ace of Cups is like, I'm opening my heart, and this is feeling like I'm connecting in a way that's different than something that I have, or it's new in some way. And then having Five of Pentacles be at the very center of this, it can be like all of the fears or all of the limits that are coming up. It's those sorts of things where there's a sense of like pessimism or dreariness, or feeling like we get stuck, or like we're victims in some type of way. And then it feels like the Three of Swords is then connected with that too, which feels like just a fear of pain in general, and almost feeling like certain things are inevitable, but is it really? Or is that just something that your fear is projecting onto the situation? What I'm seeing is that everything is going to work out. Six of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. It just seems like this is something I'm hearing culturally. This may be something energetically that you're moving through right now. You feeling overwhelmed is connected with fear of losing. It can be time. It's some type of socializing. Like it can be a connection, or it can be socializing, or like hanging out or something like that. But there can be a lot that's on your plate, meaning you may have a lot that's on your plate that you need to tend to, and you're like, I have to address this stuff over here. And you may feel like, but if I address this stuff over here that I have to address and I'm feeling very overwhelmed with, is that then going to impact me socially? So maybe you're like not able to socialize or something like that. You feel like it's taking away from that for you. And this can be socializing in general too. It doesn't have to be only with a specific relationship. It can be in general. But it seems like this is about like moving through and believing that there are solutions as well, because there definitely are. Like I'm seeing that this is going to be figured out. Even though the way that we're reading this may seem a little bit like what's going to happen, I'm seeing everything's going to be fine. So nothing is really a problem at all. It's just a really difficult chapter that you're going through with this, because it's bringing up a lot of stuff for you that's associated with loss, and it's associated with loss that's connected with change. So you may perceive that when something's changing, I connect that with losing something. So there may be a reframing that's happening as well. And I feel like it's definitely like mentally something that's going on here. It's like a mental reframing that's connected with something that may naturally pop up for you that is ultimately connected with belief systems at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. So it can be this belief system that I'm seeing a 5 in the middle of this, and 5 is associated with change. It's associated with like conflict and things being worked out. You may have a belief system that says that like change is going to mean that I lose something. Like change is always connected with loss in some way, and pain. Change is connected with pain. And also I have no control, like that type of thing. So it looks like this is something that's potentially being addressed and reframed to see what can be done. I do get this feeling strongly again of like you may have wanted to, so Knight of Wands is this part of you that's like I want to zoom in this direction, but because of having the 10 of Wands, it's like there was a weight put on it, and so you couldn't do what you wanted to do. It was like something that was like holding you back or delaying something. It wasn't something that was completely stopping you, but it was making it very, very heavy for you to do what you wanted to do, and almost like getting in the way of that. And then with 4 of Pentacles here, this can be, I'm recognizing what I'm holding on to tightly, and I'm going to loosen my grip, and I'm going to put my energy, focus it in the direction of inspiration and passion and what I want to be putting my energy into, but especially like my focus. Holding on to what you value. And understanding that what holds meaning for you through this process. It seems like, too, it's about focusing on what makes you happy and allowing that part of you to express itself as far as what it is that you're continuing to pursue, what you feel happy to pursue. It also feels like this is going to allow for healing as you reframe things, because I'm seeing something actually is going to be mending, but you could have perceived initially, because of your belief system, that there was going to be like active pain involved, and it's actually just healing that's happening, which may bring up like temporary pain, but it's like a growing type of pain. And that may have been something that before you could have just been projecting something onto a situation, thinking that that was going to be the thing that happened. It's like, I'm worried about this particular thing, but that's actually like not the case, and it's not what's going to happen. But because of what you were believing, it was like something that you thought was going to happen, but I'm not seeing that be the case. So it ends up actually being the opposite. You thought it was going to be pain that you were enduring here, and this is actually healing instead. This is connected with like a somewhat new connection of yours, is what I'm seeing. Or like that's what this new chapter is about. But I'm definitely getting that this has like social implications. I'm seeing very strong Leo energy here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.